Well, I think with Virginia Tech today, it was a lot of kind of what was expected. A lot of guys that they were real solid on, a lot of guys that were really sold on the program, they ended up signing. And a lot of guys that were on the fence, that were kind of up in the air, weren't so sure about Justin Fuente and the program. With him coming in just about 2 months ago, they didn't sign. And I think that's not really a negative reflection on Justin Fuente. I think the one positive that you have to take away from this is that Fuente was able to keep a bunch of the blue chip recruits as far as Virginia Tech was concerned. They had a lot of four-star receivers. They got a four-star JUCO quarterback transfer, Gerard Evans, who ended up signing with the Hokies. He's already on campus. He's been signed for a couple of weeks now. So I think what happened with Justin Fuente and the Hokies is just the fact that he has not been at the school that long, so guys that were on the fence weren't going to end up signing there. From an offensive line standpoint, Dylan Powell was the guy. He was a three-star offensive lineman out of Missouri. He ended up signing with Stanford the other night. A guy that the Hokies were really hoping to get just because it would have been a nice depth piece on the line there. Because look, Virginia Tech's offensive line, we've seen over the last couple seasons, they've struggled to protect their quarterbacks. I mean, it was the chief reason why Michael Brewer missed most of the season this past year is because he got drilled in the Ohio State game. They couldn't really protect him, and Brendan Motley came in. He was running for his life. So offensive line has been an issue for quite some time now. So to lose Dylan Powell out of state, and then you look at the rest of the guys that they've brought in, they do have some offensive line talent. Silas Zanzi, he's a two-star recruit, but he's highly thought of in my area, Virginia, in the Woodbridge area, Northern Virginia area, and he's a guy that can come in and contribute. They have T.J. Jackson and Patrick Kearns, two very highly thought of offensive linemen. They're 3 or 4-star recruits, depending on which recruiting database you look at, and they're guys that can come in and contribute as well. So I think the offensive line for Virginia Tech will be fine, but I think the biggest blow that was dealt to the Hokies here on National Signing Day is the fact that this news just broke a little while ago. They're losing defensive back coach Torian Gray to the University of Florida, and Torian Gray is a guy that has coached Kendall and Kyle Fuller. He's coached Cam Chancellor, who's a perennial Pro Bowler in the NFL for the Seattle Seahawks, and he's been a big reason why Virginia Tech's defensive backs have done so well, not only in college but making the step up to the next level. So for him to go to Florida, I understand that that Justin Fuente wanted to keep him on the staff there at Virginia Tech, but when push came to shove, they actually made him take a pay cut to stay on the staff. So if you're Torian Gray and you're looking around and there's a school in your home state of Florida that's going to extend you an offer for what I assume would be a raise now, the terms of the deal have not been disclosed yet, but I would assume it's a raise to what he's being paid now at Virginia Tech, and he's one of the more highly thought of defensive back coaches in the profession. It's a huge blow to Virginia Tech, and that's the one thing that's really going to hurt them moving forward. It's not the guys that they necessarily didn't get as far as players are concerned, but the fact that they lost one of their top coaches from their staff over the last couple seasons, and he's heading not only out of Virginia Tech but out of the ACC as a whole. So not a great day for Virginia Tech, but they were able to keep a lot of the guys that they were real solid on. So I guess it went about as expected, other than the unexpected news with Torian Gray.
So Virginia Tech at 38, 41, and 49 by the three services we cited earlier: ESPN, Rivals, and 24/7.